What's going on, people? TroopzTV back again. Back a blood clot again, you understand? Obviously, it's preview time, you get me? Premier League football back again. League Cup football has been put to bed and the Premier League has come back into our lives. Obviously, we travel to Bournemouth, down to the seaside, you understand? And already, and I mean already, blood, you get me? We've played 6 games and we are already at must-win stage, blood. You get me? We went from 2nd to 5th real quick, blood. You understand? Real quick. Man City obviously getting the win last weekend. Us drawing at home. They've opened a 4-point gap. And not only that, Liverpool, Tottenham and Brighton have both jumped, or should I say have all jumped ahead of us. And we're now 5th, blood. You get me? Title chasing Arsenal are 5th. It's nothing to worry about. It's nothing to worry about, though. You get me? It's still very early. We still can see City at this moment in time. You get me? For me, the league is not going to get won by us. You get me? I do believe City will win the league, but that doesn't mean that we throw in the towel. You understand? We have to bounce back after last weekend's terrible performance in the North London derby. I don't expect to see my team perform like that in the North London derby, blood. You get me? Let alone any game, but especially the North London derby. It was very poor. It was very disappointing. But we go into this game with a lot of injuries, a lot of concerns. Certain men are definitely out of the game. We're gonna have to see the fitness on other people. You understand? The list is just getting longer and longer day by day, blood, and that squad is just looking thinner and thinner, blood. You get me? But you lot already know the people that could be out this weekend. Rice could be out, Trossard could be out, Martinelli, Saka, Partey's already out, so's Timber. You get me? It's not looking good, blood. You understand? It's not looking good, especially when you see City doing what they're doing, blood. It's not looking good. You get me? The squad depth is going to have to be used now, blood. You understand? Because if we go to Bournemouth and lose, then you get me? We're hitting a brick wall, blood. You understand? No reason to panic, but I think there should be some concern. You get me? Especially when you see Kai Havertz. You understand? He's not really doing nothing right now, blood. You get me? People will have mixed feelings on his performance against Brentford in the League Cup. For me, he didn't do enough. He didn't show no intensity. He didn't look bothered. Didn't look interested. And he just keeps it simple, bro. People are saying give him time. I don't know, blood. You get me? 65 million. Do we have time? You get me? We're in a title race. No time. Time waits for no man. You understand? And when you're in a title race running down City, you need people performing at their best level, blood. You understand? We need fairness in the squad. You get me? There's people that should be starting. There's people that's knocking on the door and they're not getting that opportunity in the Premier League, blood. You get me? Arteta's just giving them chances in the League Cup. I do believe they are taking their chances. You understand? I think Smith Rowe had a better game than Havertz. I think Reece Nelson had a better game than Nketiah. You get me? So you understand? Arteta's got big decisions to make this weekend. You get me? Who starts in the 6th, blood? You get me? Like we saw what Jorginho did last weekend. You understand? Literally cost us the North London derby. Rice, you get me? It looks like he's going to miss the game. So what do? Do you put Jorginho? Do you put El Neni? This is the question now, blood. You understand? El Neni's fit and back. He's got more legs than Jorginho. Obviously, Jorginho is technically the better player, but who do I have more trust in, El Neni or Jorginho? I have more trust in El Neni, bro. You get me? Real talk. I have more trust in Mohamed El Neni than Jorginho, bro. Because one thing I'll say, El Neni is not making that mistake that Jorginho made against Tottenham, blood. El Neni's not doing it, bro. Big decisions to make, blood. You understand? Does he stick with Nketiah on the left-hand side? Because Trossard's out, Martinelli's out. Who do you put on the left-hand side, blood? You get me? You put Nketiah there against Tottenham, and he did absolutely nothing, blood. You get me? Arteta even kept it on longer than Jesus, and the man still did nothing, blood. You get me? The only time I realised the man was on the pitch was when he tried to take out Vicario, blood. Until then, I didn't know Nketiah was involved, blood. You get me? All I saw was his name on the team sheet, and that was it, blood. You understand? Reece Nelson, Every time he comes on the pitch, he's making an effect, bro. You get me? When he came off the bench against PSV, he made an effect. He had a good game against Brentford. Unlucky not to get more than one goal. You understand? Took his goal well. You get me? Under pressure, just slotted it. You understand? There's confidence there with Reece Nelson. You get me? And I think he deserves a chance. You get me? Will Arteta give him the chance? That's the big question, bro. You get me? There's rumours that William Saliba has a knock as well, blood. You get me? So defensively, we have injuries there as well now. You get me? Timber's out. Saliba's a doubt as well. Where have all these injuries come from, blood? Where has this come from, bro? It spawned out of nowhere, blood. Out of nowhere like a RKO, bro. I have no idea where these injuries have come from, blood. You get me? Obviously, the Saka one, I know. Obviously, like the Trossard one. Where did that come from, blood? Do you understand? Like, it's a strange one. We have to, like we changed our medical team, and it seems like it's got fucking worse, blood. You get me? No wonder why that pussy old Driscoll went to United, blood. Because he probably saw what was going to happen to the Arsenal team. It was going to be capitulation through injuries, bro. You get me? Not even through performances on the pitch. Through injuries, blood. You understand? And we got Lons midweek, bro. You get me? Our first away game back in the Champions League. Luckily, they've been on piss poor form. But going into that game as well, who's going to be back for that game, blood? You get me? Arteta, you got a big... This is a big game. Match day, match week for you, blood. You get me? Like, we lose to Bournemouth. Bro, we've only lost to Bournemouth one time, you know. You understand? Back in 2018, we lost to them 2-1. You get me? Like, we have had the better of Bournemouth in the Premier League since they've been up, blood. You understand? They've had a couple draws. You get me? But one win. You get me? One win, bro. You get me? Last year, we murdered them in the game at the Bournemouth Stadium, 3-0. Saliba with that magical goal. At the Emirates, Jesus Christ, it was heart attack season. Shout out Trey. You understand? He's probably the only reason we won, blood. Because when he's at the Emirates, you lot know we don't lose, blood. You get me? But I do have some more stats on the game, blood. Arsenal have scored at least once in all 12 of their Premier League games against Bournemouth, netting 29 goals in total. Of sides they faced at least 10 times in the competition, only against Hull do the Gunners have a higher goals per game average than they do against the Cherries. Bournemouth are winless in 10 Premier League matches, drawing 3 and losing 7. And they are on the back of a defeat as well against Brighton, blood. The longest ongoing run of any current top flight side. Since the start of May, they have collected fewer points than any other ever present team. Well, that was a tongue twister, pause. Arsenal have won their first 2 away Premier League matches this season, both 1-0 wins over Palace and Everton. The Gunners have won their first 3 away games in 2 previous Premier League seasons, 2004-2005 and 2013-2014. And the final one I have for the people then, without a win in all 6 Premier League games this season, Bournemouth are looking to avoid failing to win any of their opening 7 league games in a season for just the second time in their history. Also doing so in the 94-95 season when they won none of their first 8 games in the 3rd tier. Bournemouth, like I said, blood, they're coming into this on piss poor form, bro. You get me? No win in the Premier League, 3 draws, 3 defeats. Losing their last game 3-1 away from home against Brighton. So Arsenal Football Club have to go down there and pop the Cherries, blood. Yeah, the way you pop a guy's virginity when you was a youth, man. If you're my generation, that's what them man they have to do, blood. Just go down there and just pop off the Cherries, get the 3 points, and come back to London, blood. Because you get me. Like I said at the start of this video, this is must-win stage, blood, because we lose this or draw, City gone, blood. You understand? We haven't played their man there yet. We ain't gone to Anfield. There's difficult grounds we got to go to. We got to go to the Scums ground. It's not going to be like last season when Saka and Odegaard were dunking on them, man, in front of X. It's going to be a lot different this year, blood. You get me? But the lineup now. Aaron Ramsdale started the League Cup game. He had a fantastic game, blood. Didn't put a foot wrong. Made an amazing save when he touched it onto the post. But I'm going to stick with David Raya, blood. You get me? I think he is just a level above Rams, respectfully. Nothing against Rams. I just believe that David Raya is the better goalkeeper. So David Raya starts in goal for me. The back 4, yeah. the news of Saliba, that kind of spun me. You get me? If Saliba's fit, then you lot know it will be Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko. If he's not fit, then we're gonna have to go Ben White, Kiwior, Gabriel, and then Zinchenko. Tomiyasu as well, blood. Tomiyasu had a great game against Brentford, and he actually paired up with Gabriel, blood. You get me? I don't know if Gabriel, I can't remember if Gabriel and Kiwior have played together. Actually, I think they have, because there was they have played together. But Tomiyasu and Gabriel probably have a better relationship because they've been at the club longer together. But Kiwior's performance was outstanding, bro, to say the least, blood. And if I love Tommy, bro, but I'd probably go Kiwior, Gabriel if Saliba is injured. Now, the midfield, blood, you get me? Big decisions have to be made. Does he start Jorginho? Does he drop Havertz? Does he bring in Smith Rowe? Does he bring in El Neni? Fabio Vieira? The only one who's guaranteed to start in that midfield right now is the captain, blood, Martin Odegaard. You get me? So Odegaard is in there, but who is in there alongside him, blood? That is the question, blood. You get me? Are we going to go Jorginho or are we going to go El Neni? You know what? That Jorginho mistake absolutely rattled me. I'm going to go El Neni. And I'm going to go with El Neni, Fabio Vieira, and Martin Odegaard. And then the front line I'm going to go with is... I don't know. This is boy, because the Saka news... yeah, that kind of put a spanner in the works. Trossard's out. Martinelli's out. I probably, you know what? You have to do it. I think you have to do it that way, bro. I think that's the only real option, blood. I'd probably put Jesus on the right, Nketiah down the middle, and then I'd put Reece Nelson on the left, blood. You get me? Smith Rowe will feel hard done by getting left out. But that's probably what I'd go with. You get me? Prediction. Jesus Christ, blood. Jesus Christ, blood. I hope Saliba's fit. I'll tell you that for free. I'm going to go Arsenal 2-1. I think this is where we concede away from home. Arsenal 2, or should I say Bournemouth 1, Arsenal 2. You lot let me know your predictions in the comments below. Let me know your starting 11 in the comments below. Look out for the watch along tomorrow. We'll be going live at 2:30 on TroopzTV. Make sure you're there, blood. You understand? Yeah. Until tomorrow, you lot know the vibe. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy Troopz, and I'm out.